guys, Matthew Movies coming at you with my latest review, and this time I'm going to be talking about the 2013 movie Spectacular Now, which I watched fairly recently and I really enjoyed. It's like it's a teen movie, but it's not a teen movie in like the way that you think of like She's All That or 10 Things I Hate About You or Drive Me Crazy or The Breakfast Club. It's more like maybe a little bit of The Breakfast Club, but it's more of like a coming of age story where it's not like they're trying to figure out who they are in high school or whatever. It's more about like dealing with their backgrounds and the huge effects that it's had on them. It's yeah, it's a fantastic story. It's not I mean, it takes place in a high school, but it's not about like high school drama, like much, anyways. It feels like if you could have easily transported this story and had it starring adults and like in the workplace instead of in a school, and it would have worked, in my opinion. But with that said, the reason why this movie is as good as it is in my view is largely based on the acting in the cast, right? So it's got a lot of great people in it. It's got Shailene Woodley, who I've always liked her stuff. I felt like she's been in a lot of kind of mediocre stuff or things that I didn't even bother to watch just because they didn't like the whole Divergent series. They may be great, I don't know, but I had no interest in watching them. They just felt like the latest attempt to kind of have like another Twilight series going. But the things I have seen her in, I always liked her in. Like I really liked her in The Descendants. I don't care what anybody says. I really liked her in The Fault in Our Sky. It's in Our Stars. That whole thing. I actually really liked that movie. It's a real tearjerker, but I thought it was quite well done. I mean, very melodramatic, but I still found it appealing. Miles Teller, who is definitely a fantastic actor. He's made some pretty dubious film choices, like the Fantastic Four, but you know when you see him in a movie like Whiplash, you know this guy's got chops, right? Then Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I'm a huge fan of. I talked about her in my 10 Cloverfield Lane review. I've always really liked her. I thought that she's got like a lot of range, and obviously she's a very beautiful woman, but doesn't necessarily rely on that to get by. I think she's got a lot going for her. And then Jennifer Jason Leigh is in it. And I mean, when has she ever been bad? The movie, it tells a story of Miles Teller is essentially the main character, and he's just about to graduate from high school in the movie, and you eventually see him graduate from high school, and he is kind of going nowhere. He's clearly got a drinking problem throughout almost the entire movie in very mundane situations. He's got a flask, or he's got a fountain drink that you are well aware has alcohol in it, but he's like one of the most popular kids in school. Everybody likes him, but they just think he's kind of a joke because he's not going anywhere. And he breaks up with his girlfriend, who's actually played by Brie Larson, who obviously is an amazing actress, and he kind of just feels adrift in the world, and he meets Shailene Woodley's character, and they kind of fall into each other. Now, I will say the one part of the story that the movie that I felt was kind of silly, would they introduce her character like she's, you know, this character. Everybody's like, ooh, you like her? Oh, she's not very attractive. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that Shailene Woodley is like this, you know, beauty queen by any stretch, but she's like, I don't think anybody's going to be looking at her and be like, ew. So I thought that whole part of it was ludicrous. I think maybe the story was written to be played by a less attractive actress, but you know, this is Hollywood, or kind of Hollywood because it's a low-budget film, but and that just doesn't. Unfortunately, a lot of less attractive actresses don't have names. So, but that aside, her character is this kind of sticky sweet, very concerned, very empathetic, very loving girl. So it's this kind of meeting of two equal and opposite forces. A guy who kind of loathes himself and doesn't feel like he's deserving of anybody's like honest affection, and this girl that's all affection. And it's really interesting to see how they kind of play off of each other, and how for a while he clearly feeds off of her, and she feeds off of the attention that he gives her as well because of the attention she gives him. So like a kind of never-ending circle, and then it's really fascinating to see because he goes through basically a period of revelation, and it's really fascinating to see how that affects both of them and it affects their relationship together. And it feels there is, like anything else, it's a teen movie, there's a little bit of melodrama in there, it feels like, but it doesn't feel dishonest. It feels like teens are melodramatic. I thought it was very well done, very well made. I really, really enjoyed the movie, and I really hope anybody else who watches it would do. And I really feel like it is definitely worth a watch. So if you like kind of a little bit more dramatic teen movie, definitely check it out. Which I mean, I'll admit right now, I'm a big fan of teen movies. I have like, there's some that are terrible, obviously, but like, I don't know, there's just something about a good teen movie that it always appeals to me. So, but yeah, so let me know if you watched it, what you thought of it, what you thought of my review, if I was stuttering too much. That was kind of offensive. If I was being a jerk, like I was right there. But yeah, no, yeah, let me know what you think. And hopefully, if you did like it, if you did see it, you liked it. But if not, I'm always happy to hear any criticism of the movie or of myself. So please subscribe below. I always love getting new subscribers, and have a nice day.